Hi, this is Angela McFarlane and you're stamping with aMac. Today's video is going to be a little bit longer because I'll make an entire card with you. This is the card that I will show you how we'll make, and it's featuring the art gallery stamp set, and the bundle is my product of the week. So on this designer series paper, you'll see that these dies actually fit the designer series paper, and you can even cut that out. So to get started, I've used So Saffron cardstock as a base, and then we're going to make the background layer out of this Whisper White, or now it's the basic white cardstock that we have, and I'll do that by running it through this embossing folder that belongs to this suite. So it's the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. The way that I got that background, I simply got my embossing folder. On the side where it's got the Stampin' Up logo, I just got my ink pad, which was So Saffron, and I just ran it over the top, basically, just to get a bit of ink on there. And then I placed my Whisper White, or basic white, into the embossing folder, and I ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So it is a 3D embossing folder, so you do need the thicker platform to run it through. Let's pop that out of the way, and then when we open this up, you have a coloured background as well as a textured background. To clean that up, you can just run it under water or wipe it off with a wet wipe. So then that was just simply attached to the front of my card using some tear and tape. And then the second layer is the fun layer, which we will be using the gilding, the gold leaf, and playing with that. I've never used heat and stick powder before until today, so I'll show you how to use that. So that is our background done. I've cut a piece of designer series paper out of the suite, which is the Fine Art Floral DSP, and what I'm going to do is get my Versamark and this image here out of the stamp set, and that's going to give us our detail in the gold. So my Versamark has been well used. That doesn't have to line up perfectly, but I'll just sort of line it up on the flowers, sort of roughly, and touch that. And then here comes the fun part. I haven't got my heat and stick in a container as yet, so I've just used a scrap bit of paper for my first bit. And what you do, you stamp in Versamark, and then just like embossing powder, you get all the heat and stick powder onto where you want it, tap off the excess. You might just be able to see a little bit of it stuck on there. So I'll just pop this out of the road and put that into a container later. And then, if I can find my silicone mat, I'll get that out. And you actually heat this up until it's tacky. So excuse the noise, but I can see that going shiny. So once it's shiny, I know it's tacky. Okay, so if you feel that it's a little bit tacky, might not be quite as tacky as I like. And then another tip is when you get your gold leaf out, you want to put that into a container as well. So I've just used a scrap piece of paper for now, and I'm just sort of liberally applying it on so you can have lots of fun with this. It does fly away everywhere. So I suggest don't do it in front of an air conditioner or around your pets or near a fan or an open window. Definitely wouldn't recommend that, but it is good fun and it's very, very pretty. So I'll just tap off the excess and wipe off the excess. I'll be able to get that back into a container. I will find a container for it. So then with the heat and stick powder, normally with the glitter you're supposed to reheat it to set it again, and I'll see if that works with the gold leaf as well. It won't hurt to get a little bit more warmth in it. Then I'll just rub off the excess. So there we have that layer. So that will then get attached to my background that I created with the embossing folder. Once again, I'll just use tear and tape for this. And I'm absolutely loving this suite. It is so beautiful. I'm loving the foil, or the gold leaf rather. It's a little bit messy, but the results are beautiful. Really, really lovely. And I hope you like it as much as I do. Everyone coming to my retreat is a little preview for you. You will be receiving a whole container of this gold gilded leafing. So I know it's something you'll be able to use, and it certainly doesn't go off. So there we have that layer. And then just to save a little bit of time, I used the stitched rectangular framelits or the dies to cut out a label, and I used the happy birthday out of the stamp set and I inked it up in Merry Merlot, which is in the paper. And then for these little pieces here, I got this little flower and I just stamped that off a couple of times to do a really faint image there, just to take a little bit of the starkness off the white. And then I've just popped a few bits of double-sided tape on the back, and that is to attach my ribbon. So this is the ribbon that belongs to this suite as well. It is the fine art ribbon, and it's got this beautiful gold fleck all the way through it. So I'll just arrange my ribbon how I want it to go. And the reason I put double-sided tape down on my greeting is so I can actually attach this and hold it in place. But then what I do want to do is put some more over the top, just to really secure that in place so it doesn't come undone. And I will also pop some dimensionals on the back of this just to give it a little bit more lift. Now, if I can just find my dimensionals, here they are. So I'll pop a few of those on. That will do nicely. It's always nice to have a little bit of extra height on your cards as well. So I'll just attach this, and on purpose I didn't put this in the center because I wanted it a little bit off center, because I wanted to feature all of these beautiful flowers with the gilded leaf on top. And then I'll just add a few rhinestones, and these are the gorgeous champagne ones. I think they pick up the color really nicely of the background, and they give that a little bit of a goldy sheen as well. So there's a really simple card for you, but it uses a little bit of the gold leaf and the heat and stick powder. And just touching that feels nice and dry, and it's just given it a beautiful accent of the gold without being too much over the top. If you've enjoyed that, please like my video and leave me a comment if you like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Then you'll get all of the notifications every time something else goes up. Thank you so much for watching. Happy stamping and have a great day.